Hello students, welcome back to English Literature classes BA part 2. Today our topic is Jane Austen's limited range. Okay, critically evaluate Jane Austen as a novelist. Introduction. There are some points in the Jane Austen's limited range. Number 1, family background. 16 December 1775, 18th July 1817. And number 2, 6 siblings. And number 3rd point है left school because of tuberculosis. इन्होंने स्कूल छोड़ दिया क्योंकि इनको tuberculosis हो गया था, मतलब टीबी हो गया था. One of the pioneers of the novel, written 6 novel. इन्होंने 6 novel लिखी है. There are some name of these novels: Sense of Sensibility, 18th, and Pride and Prejudice, 1813. जो सेंस एंड सेंसिबिलिटी ये 1811 में लिखी गई है, और प्राइड एंड प्रेजुडिस 1813, एंड मैंसफील्ड पार्क 1814, एंड एमा 1815, and Northanger Abbey 1818, and Persuasion 1818. Okay. Table of contents. Number 1, introduction. 2nd, explanation. 3rd, theme. 4th, irony and satire. 5th, criticism on Jane Austen. 6, her limited range defended. 7, conclusion, and 8, reference. Okay. Introduction. Jane Austen's belief in perfection, and for this purpose she keeps the scope of working limited. For example, in her novel she does not go to faraway places, and the action is limited to a few characters belonging to a few families. In Pride and Prejudice, the novel's setting is limited, but this factor does not suppress Jane Austen's art. Much of the actions in the novel takes place indoors among a few people. These interior settings are representative of the thematic issues presented in the novel, in which the author deals with people's social interactions. The interior settings are symbolic both of the time period and of the inner workings of the characters. Okay? Next, explanation. There is a charge against Jane Austen that her novel present a limited point of view. They present only a female point of view of the world. In Pride and Prejudice, the events are narrated from Elizabeth Bennet's point of view. They closely follow her introduction into a mature world of love and composition. The focus is generally limited to Elizabeth's observation. The good sense and the mature judgment of the other people are thrown to background. Readers are still essentially guided by Elizabeth herself, so the focus is generally limited to her observation. Elizabeth leads us firmly by the hand throughout the novel. Okay, and the next is theme. There are some points in the theme. Love and marriage usual theme है इसमें. The first line of Pride and Prejudice is a theme of all her novels. फेमिनिज्म अनदर लिमिटेशंस हैं, रिप्रेजेंट्स करते हैं ये फेमिनाइजेशंस ऑफ इंग्लिश नॉवेल्स. इसमें रिप्रेजेंट किया गया है, किसे करा गया रिप्रेजेंट? फेमिनाइजेशंस ऑफ इंग्लिश नॉवेल्स एंड मैन इन द कंपनी ऑफ वीमेन. ओके. और थर्ड पॉइंट में इसने क्या बताया? इंफॉर्मेशन अबाउट मिस्टर डर्सी थ्रू एलिजाबेथ पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू, नो वल्गैरिटी एंड नो ऑब्स्टेनिटी in her novels. Okay. Jane Austen's novels deals with the subject of marriage and its countless inherent complexities. All of her novels end in marriage. In The Pride and Prejudice, Jane Austen presents 4 weddings, but it is not simply marriage as an end in itself. That Jane Austen's concerned with marriage means a lot of her heroines. Jane is hopeful of marrying Bingley, and Elizabeth has no idea of marrying Darcy. She scorns him for he has obstructed in the marriage of Jane and Bingley. Lydia ignores her family for marrying Wickham and gives importance to her family, circumstances and marriage collisions. Marriage is a social institution. Okay. Jane Austen seeks to examine both the process of marriage and the motivations behind that process. Selection of marriage partner is a critical project for Jane Austen's character. Next point is her limited range defended. Okay. Though limited yet defendable. Number 2 point है realizations of one's limits is important. Like she had and written such execute perfect novels. And next point है इसमें हर राइटिंग में भी नैरो बट डीप. उनकी राइटिंग बहुत ज़्यादा नैरो हो सकती थी लेकिन बट डीप है. ओके. सर वॉल्टर स्कॉट कमेंट करते हैं द यंग लेडी हैड ए टैलेंट फॉर डिस्क्राइबिंग द इन्वॉल्वमेंट्स एंड फीलिंग्स एंड कैरेक्टर्स ऑफ ऑर्डिनरी लाइफ. एंड मैकाले कमेंट्स दैट शी हैज़ गिवन अस multitude of characters all in a certain scene, commonplace, all such as we meet every day. Okay. There is a charge against Jane Austen that her novel present a limited point of view. They present only a female point of view of the world in The Pride and Prejudice. The events are narrated from Elizabeth Bennet's point of view. They closely follow her introduction into a mature world of love and compassion. The focus is generally limited to Elizabeth's observation. The good sense and mature judgment of other people are thrown to background. Readers are still essentially guided by Elizabeth herself. So the focus is generally limited to her observation. Okay. And the next point is characterization. It is the limited range of Jane Austen's human world as it appears in her novels. That characters never come from the lower class. If any of her characters belongs to that class, no importance is given to that. The whole story of the novels develops within a few families. It shows the narrowness of our visions, but such charges do not hold water in Pride and Prejudice. There are some points in the characterizations. Number 1, Jane Austen takes character of ordinary life. Both men and women are common people. Okay. and the next point is men with no flying ambitions, and second point, women accept their social background. Okay, and no villain, no saints, no inspiring characters. And at the last, does not talk about the aristocrats or poor class, goes for the middle ones. Okay. Ironic point of view, one of her prominent features, frequent use of irony देखते हैं हम यहाँ पे, and deals with those topics which can link themselves to ironic treatment. Okay, and leaves the serious, tragic, passionate, humorous, and Andrew H. Wright करते हैं, remarks her irony as instrument of moral vision. Okay, Jane Austen's simple presentation looks interest on account of her great talent for irony. Okay. The novel Pride and Prejudice deals with the serious issues of marriage and human relations. Jane Austen shows now human relations suffer on account of false pride and unwise prejudice. Okay? And morality, social prosperity, then individuals and personal interest subordinate to collective interest, also show how social harmony disrupted by one selfish act, and elopements of Wickham and Lydia. On the contrary, individuals can bring happiness to the others, not only themselves. At the last, we can say there are points: marriage of Elizabeth and Mr. Darcy. Okay. Conclusion. Her topics may be trivial and writing limited, but her achievements significant. Okay, Andrew H. Wright says, working with materials extremely limited in themselves, she develops theme of the broadest significance. Thank you for watching my YouTube channel. Thank you so much.